Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today is your quick, easy and cheap tutorial on how to do a metallic-y smoky eye that I've got on my face right now. This is really easy to achieve, really simple. I've used all drugstore products and mostly drugstore brushes apart from a few that are just affordable brushes. So hopefully if you're in a pinch this will be really helpful for you because they're all really cheap and affordable products. Also, this has taken me no time at all. If I was to turn off the camera and do this by myself it would have taken me about 15 minutes to do, so really quick and easy. I have high expectations that 2018 is going to be a really good one. I hope it will be for you. If you want to know how to get this makeup look that I'm currently wearing on my face, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put my hair up and secure it tightly just so it doesn't drape in my face. I really hate when that happens, when my hair gets in my foundation. It's just a whole yucky situation. The primer that I'm going to go into is a Soap & Glory Bright and Pearly Radiance Boosting Cocktail. Now this is quite new to me. It doesn't fill in pores, it doesn't do anything like that, it doesn't blur, but it does give a really lovely sort of radiance to your skin, and that's just like a nice base for your foundation. It's really good for kind of waking your skin up and just giving like a boost of vitamins into it as well. So I'm going to use this for my primer. I'm going to take about 2 squirts, because that's how much you get. Get 2 little squirts there, and just rub this all over my face. For foundation I'm going to go into Max Factor Healthy Skin Harmony. I believe this is about 10 or 11 pounds. I picked up this foundation and I didn't have much hope for it, but it is so beautiful. It makes my skin look so glowy. This foundation just looks so beautiful and so healthy on the skin. It gives some radiance while giving, I'd say, medium coverage. So I've just got 2 pumps there and I'm just going to distribute it all over my face with this Real Techniques blender brush. What is this called? Expert Face Brush. And then just to blend out any of the lines, I'm just going in with my Real Techniques blend sponge. I really love this sponge. I think you know what it is, like the whole internet talks about different sorts of sponges. This is one of my favourites just because of the price of it. Okay, so normally I just leave it at this and my skin has a very healthy glow on it. It looks very, well, healthy. We're just going to put one more layer on just to kind of build up a little bit. So that's another 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and again just distributing this out with the brush on places that I just kind of want more coverage. And then because this is the final layer of foundation that I'm going to use, just use any excess just to kind of buff that down the neck. This isn't a perfect colour match for me, it's like half a shade too dark, but I can totally make it work just by kind of buffing it down my neck a little bit and just blending it out. It doesn't look too bad, but you know, it's just better just to buff it down if it's a tiny bit too dark. And then once again just blending that out with my Real Techniques sponge just so I don't have any streaks, and then it's all nice and sunk into my skin. And then I'll just take whatever's left on that sponge and literally just dab that on my lips like I've done like here, just because this creates a nicer base for the lipstick that I'm going to put on later. And my lips are quite pigmented, like they're quite pinky, so I never really get the true colour of a lipstick if I don't do this. And for concealer I'm going to go into the Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer by Collection. This is one of my favourite concealers from the drugstore. It's like £3 and I continually repurchase this every single time. I absolutely love it. I don't want to create too much of like the triangle effect, just because I don't want it to look too heavy. For me, I don't like heavy makeup. I think the heavier you make it, the worse it looks, like it cracks up and, you know, it won't last as long. That's just from personal experience. I've just found that if I do smaller, thinner layers and build up that way, it lasts longer and it just looks so much nicer on the skin instead of looking cakey and thick. Just start with small layers. So I'm still kind of doing the triangle effect, but with just like less product, and really you don't need a lot of product to brighten your under eyes, so why use it? And then I want to go into my baby Real Techniques sponge. This thing is so cute and it's just so perfect for getting under the eyes. You don't have to use this, you can totally use this one. I have done many times, but I want to use it for demonstration's sake, and literally just bounce up and down, blending that concealer out. I do just like to blend it on top of the eyelids as well because it creates a nice base for my eyeshadow. I don't tend to use eye primers, but if you like an eye primer and you want one from the drugstore, the Rimmel London Lasting Perfection eye primer. It's like in the yellow, let me go get it. This one right here, it's really good. It's called the Magnifieyes Eye Primer Base Ombre or whatever it is, and it intensifies eyeshadow, creases, smudges and transfer proof. It just looks like this in this sort of banana-y yellow bottle. You probably won't be able to see that, there we go. And that's really good. It's very sticky, so if you like a sticky eye primer, that is one to go for. And then I'm just going to quickly just set my T-zone and under eyes with the Natural Collection Fine Loose Powder. Is this, or just translucent powder? It's a loose one, and it's the best one that I've ever found at the drugstore. It's, I think it's £2 or £3, and it's the cheapest, best powder you can get. It's so fine that you could bake with it and it just sets perfectly. I don't typically apply a lot of powder because I am quite dry skinned, but it's literally incredible, and for the price, like, I just don't think you can beat it. It's literally, it's no more than £3. If it's not £1.99, it's £2.99, and it's just incredible. I love it so much. It was probably one of the best finds that I've got out of 2017, if I'm gonna be honest. It's just amazing. I use it every day. It's really great for my dry skin. By the way, I'm just using a flat top kabuki brush. This is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics F20 brush. These are very affordable. You can just get these online, but to be honest, any brush that you use your powder for will be absolutely fine. I'm just using this one because it's on hand. Now, the reason I have left my cheeks unset is because I want to use a cream contour stick. This is by Rimmel London. This is the Insta-Duo contour stick in Light Clair. This thing is just brilliant. I'd say it's very comparable to the Benefit Do the Hula stick, or Quickie contour stick I think it's called. The contour shade, if you can see there, is just a perfect tone for my skin. I think there's 2 or 3, so you can get different colours. So I'm just going to kind of pinch my side of my face and just find my cheek and draw that line. And I kind of want to stop where the corner of my eye finishes because I don't want it to be like dragged around my cheek. So I kind of just stop where the corner of my eye finishes, if that makes any sense. And then just to feather the colour up, I just do 2 or 3 little lines just like that on each side. Now, personally, this is a trick that I've kind of taught myself more than anything. I don't like to blend out cream contour straight up with a sponge, so I take my foundation brush that I was using and I kind of just first start stippling it in and then slowly kind of making these pulling and circular motions upwards to blend out. And I find that this way it doesn't look like too much of a streak, and because there's like remnants of foundation on it, it blends it all together into the foundation. And I just find this a really natural way to get like a nice contour that doesn't look too streaky and nice and blended in. And with this brush I'm kind of pushing up against my cheekbone as well to make sure the product goes upwards rather than down my jaw. So just do that on each of my cheeks. And if you want to contour your forehead a bit, you can just put like 2 or 3 lines. Just to kind of bronze up my face a little bit more and just set that contour, I'm going to go into the Soap & Glory Solar Powder. This is very much loved. As you can see, it comes with a little mirror and I've hit pan on it. And I'm just going to go into this with the Real Techniques BO1 blue massive face brush thing. This is really great if you just want an even distribution of product and you don't want it to be packed on too much. This is really good, and that's exactly what I want. I just want it to set in a nice bronzy tone but not apply too much product because I'm already looking a little bit darker than my neck at the moment, so I might just drag that down a little bit as well. And for blush, I'm going to go into the Essence Matte Touch Blush. These things are £1 or £2. It'll all be down below like everything always is, but these things are so affordable. This one is in the shade 20 Bury Me Up, and I just think this is really cute. So I'm just going to go in with the Real Techniques blush brush, my favourite blush brush, and I'm just going to kind of work in small circular motions, working from my apples to kind of like bring the blush up a little bit and bring my cheeks up a little bit. For highlight, I actually find this quite a difficult one at the drugstore. There's a lot of highlights that aren't my undertone. There's some really crazy ones like blue, pink and like strobing orange highlights, but they're not really my skin tone, and I do struggle like trying to find a really nice highlighter at the drugstore a lot of the time. But Sleek do some really nice highlighters. I'm sure you've seen them all over the internet. I'm going to use Subsolar and Equinox, I think that's how you say it, which are the 2 shades right here on this Spectrum A10 fan brush. So I'm just going to go over it like that, tap off the excess and hit the high points of my cheeks. And this is a stunning highlighter. I absolutely love it. and it's so beautiful and beaming. And this palette is only £7 or £8. Like, it's an absolute steal. You get 4 highlighters, one of them's cream, and these are 3 sort of powdery ones. The pink one's nice, but I save that when I'm like going out like disco partying, because it's really sort of strobing and metallic when you put the pink one on. But I like the yellow and orange. Oh baby, I'm glowing. Brow products are a funny one for me, because I feel like when I find something that works, I don't tend to go exploring for anything else. I don't really find a reason to. I don't really like spending money on brow products because I just want my brows to be done. I hate doing my brows, but I hate them looking like this. So 2 brow products that I would recommend to you. One is my favourite from Drugstore, or like Drugstore price. It's the Sport Effects Shape Up Brow Pencil. Mine's in the shade Brunette. You can order this online or go into a Sports Direct. Most Sports Directs carry them, like the Sport Effects range. You'll find them by like the women's workout section. And this is £7, really great price. I have bought multiples of these, I love it so much. And then a good brow pomade that's £5 is this Revolution brow pomade. You can just about see there, it's very plain Jane. It's just a brow pomade like this, and it gets a little spoolie and a little brush with it. This is very good, but I find that if I want my brows to look more fluffy and more natural, this doesn't do it unless I really comb them out and then sculpt them afterwards. So this is a good one if you like brow pomades. I'd highly recommend it, it's very good. So today I'm going to be using the Sport Effects pencil, and I just brush up my brows like this with the spoolie that comes with it, just so I can give my brows as much volume as possible. I do have brow hairs, but they are quite like thin, so they just need a little bit of helping out and sculpting in sparser areas. They're not thick and bushy, but they're brows, you know. And I do my brows by literally just drawing a line where my brow starts at the bottom and kind of drawing it to the peak of it there. I don't want it to go too hard on it, I don't want it to go crazy, and small brush-like motions that are small and short always help, because it makes your brows look way more natural and less bold, thick, like cut out felt brows. And then I do the same for the top, but I start like ½ centimetre, like where if you started here, I'm going to start right here and then do exactly the same and just draw the outline of my brow there. I don't want to start too close again, otherwise they look really blocky and really like cut-outy brows. If you like that, that's absolutely fine. I personally don't, because I feel like it makes my face look quite shrunk down. And again, just really small quick motions, just like little hairs, just to make up the brow. And every now and again I just push the product through the hairs in upwards and outwards motion, because that's where I want my brows to go, upwards and outwards. Okay, so now for eyes. My favourite Drugstore palettes that come at the cheapest price have got to be the MUA palettes. These come to £4 or £5 depending on the palettes you get. I believe these ones are £5 just because you get more shades in them, and these ones are £4, as you can see here. For my eyes today, I kind of want to do a mixed metals, kind of bronzy, silvery look. So I'm going to go into the MUA Glitter Ball palette. This is £4. Comes with some really funky, glittery shades. There's no mattes in here. There's like a satiny glitter shade, but there's no mattes, just glitters. And here you get a mix of, as you can see in the light there. I'm just going to take this Zoeva 227, what's this called? Luxe Soft Definer brush. This is, all my brushes are so dirty, I do apologise. And I'm just going to be taking this yellowy shade and this very like soft brown shade, I'd say. You can just take any fluffy brush, to be honest, but I just want to fluff this through my crease and create like a nice base for all the colours to blend into. And then what I'll do with just the excess of that colour on the brush, I'll literally just fluff this on the lower lash line, just because it's a nice pale sort of brown shade. Okay, so I want this look to be really fast. We're not going to be faffing about today with loads and loads of colours. I just want to keep it to like to 5 colours maybe. I don't know what this was all about, but like really simple look. I'm going to go into the Glitter Ball palette and go into the shade Hustle. I don't know if you can see that, it's just this very bronzy gold colour. But then if you don't want the whole palette, that's absolutely fine. You can literally go into the MUA bit and they have these single eyeshadows for £1, so it's even cheaper. And they do this Hustle shade, but they call it Copper, but they are exactly the same shade. And look how big this is, and it's so beautiful. For reference, I'll just quickly swatch both. So there we go. They are absolutely stunning. They are exactly the same. swatching on my hands, exactly the same, absolutely stunning. This is £1 and look how beautiful that is. We're gonna be really quick, literally go in with this lovely eyeshadow on my finger and just press this all over the lid. And what's amazing about these eyeshadows is they're kind of a little bit creamy. So like, they're not a cream shadow by any means, but they're so perfectly packed that there's no fallout at all, especially when you use your finger. I'm going to go into this Real Techniques 203 Bold Metals brush. Again, it's really dirty, I'm sorry. And I'm going to go into this black shade right here. It's kind of got some glitter in it. I don't know if that's even going to show up, but to be honest, if you don't want to get this palette, like I said, and you just wanted to purchase this, I'm sure you have like a very dark brown or a black in your makeup collection, so just use any black or whatever you've got going and just push this, and I mean like very delicately. I don't want too much, so I'm going to bounce between each eye here to try and not put too much black. So I'm literally just going to blend this into the outer corner. I'm not even putting it in the crease, I'm just wiggling it around just so I've got a bit of depth on the outer corner there. And then I'm going to take some on the inner corner, but less so. So I'm literally going to just like bop it up and down like so. And I want to try and create like a halo eye effect with metallic-y colours. And then back in with that Zoeva brush, I'm just going to go on like the creasy area just to make sure that the crease has still got that brown that I wanted. So I want that to still be intact. And then finally, just to dot this on the centre of my eye, I'm going to go into this kind of opalescent colour. It's got like a hint of mint green, I want to say, but it's like a whitey pearly colour. Can you see that there? It's just really shimmery and really shimmery and luminous. And I'm just going to take this on my pinky finger, and I'm going to literally dab this on the centre of my eye. I don't want to move it anywhere, just on the centre of my eye, just to give a little bit more pop. Just like so. I don't want to take away from that coppery colour. I just want to give a little bit more shimmer on the centre of the eyelid. I'm just going to take this dark warmish brown right here. It's kind of like a reddy brown. And I'm going to mix it in with this one right here. This is the Fire Vixen palette again, by the way. And I'm going to literally just from the outer corner work inwards. I don't want it to go all the way down the eyelash. I just want to give it a little bit more definition in the corner, just to look a little bit more smokier. And then I'm going to quickly go back into the highlight that we used earlier on the Sleek palette. I'm just going to use the yellowy shade right here on this Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil brush, and then I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner of my eyes. Right, so at this stage you can definitely decide whether you want to do some winged eyeliner and pop some lashes on. If you've got time for that, you do that. Like, I think this would look amazing with some lashes. Personally for me, I'm just going to do this look without some lashes and some winged eyeliner. So I'm going to use the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is like £3. Amazing. And I really love this mascara for basically just giving me volume and length. It's very good. I use it on an everyday sort of basis as well. It's very cheap. And yeah, I love it. You can use any mascara you want, to be honest, if you're not a fan of lashes anyway. So at this point you could chuck over any lip that you wanted. I want to pop on the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colour in the shade Kisses. Setting spray, the best one that I found for the price is the Rimmel London Insta Fix and Go 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. This thing is really great. It comes in a big bottle. There's like a lot of it and it's only like £7, I want to say. Of course it'll be down below, but I want to say it's £7. By fanning your face straight after you've put your setting spray on, it just makes it set faster. And that is it. This is really affordable, really quick and easy. If you're in a pinch, you can just run out, you know, grab this eyeshadow and you could just complete a whole look with it. It doesn't matter what foundation you've got on, it doesn't matter what highlight you've got on, let's be real, like, it's all about sharing a few tips and tricks. And for me, this is a really quick smoky eye that hasn't taken lots of blending, it hasn't taken ages. In real time, this has taken me nearly 40 minutes, which is actually quite a lot of time. However, I've been filming and showing you all the products as well, so it would have actually only taken me maybe 15 minutes if I was to just do this by myself with like no camera here. So I think 15 minutes is a very good time to get ready for going out look, and I would definitely go out looking like this. Maybe just like do something with my hair. I'm always failing with my hair a little bit. I kind of just like let it do what it wants to do. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of shoulder highlight while we do this outro, why not? Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one and in the new year. Bye! I feel like it doesn't, bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, coat me in, highlighter, coat me in it, Okay, too much.